Scho-Zone here. Jesus, the hair is an absolute mess. I'll be completely honest. Haven't even showered yet today, even though it's probably kind of disgusting. I'm in public because I actually already went to the gym earlier today, but I'm at a casino. I don't really necessarily care about that one. I'm not trying to really be social in the middle of the afternoon on a Monday. I'm just trying to make a quick $100. I had a little bit of success yesterday in the NFL. Had the Jets won yesterday. That would have been even better, but, you know, I should have listened to my own advice. I said, but the Jets are just like one play away from winning a lot of games, but they potentially just are going to always find a way to lose them. And I think that one play yesterday was the Aaron Rodgers pass to Garrett Wilson, where he, you know, hit the guy right in the fucking arms and bounced off and went back for an interception, swung the game. Not going to cry over spilled milk, though. Still came out ahead on the evening, or on the week, I should say, which is funny because I had my last Blackjack session, and I said that I was going to be done for a while. I actually used that as the seed money to build that up. And, you know, I was able to take care of a couple issues. So let's see if we can create some issues right now, or if I lose $100, I lost $100. My biggest bet of the NFL season yesterday was the Lions, which was very, very dangerously close, I think, to being a loser. Thankfully, I wasn't following the game along, which I kind of have a thing is that I really don't get anything out of following my biggest bets possible, because I would have been full of so much stress and anguish on multiple points in that game yesterday. It was just nice just looking at the final score, seeing I won. Then it was exciting seeing how close I was to losing, but at the end of the day, I'm just trying to make money. I'm not trying to get action, and if you're just in it for the action and not the money, I might want to re-examine that thing. So let's go. We're going to try and buy in for 100, get out at 200, and if this goes, we'll keep the party going again. If not, then, well, back to the drawing board. Without further ado, here comes some video blackjack. So we get the Players Club card in here. All right, points are getting up there. I'm not sure if I should be proud of myself that if I keep this pace up, I'm going to be upping my tier at the casino. You know, it's one of those bittersweet things. It's like being the most popular guy at the neighborhood bar. Yeah, it's nice to have some status, but what exactly are we accomplishing? And trust me, I know that. I was that guy for a while, so we're going to put in our 5 crisp $20 bills here. And ideally, I'll be turning them into 2 $100 bills. We got someone joining us in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. All right. So we're in at 100. Let's go. $10 hands. Buy in for 100, get out at 2. Okay, whoever was playing this was playing it at super slow. They apparently wanted to have time to have some fun, not try to make money. All right. Sometimes it's almost encouraging, and it's funny. What's up? Thank you very much. Wow, we got 28 of us in here. Okay, so like I said, if people will watch people play video games for fun, why wouldn't you want to watch me play blackjack? Especially when I show. Oh. All right, we're getting a rough. It's a ROM. Don't play. Okay. Thank you very much. Sometimes I like when I have those bad hands to start off with. It makes me feel like that it's going to turn around. No, it is not. This could be one of the fastest sessions. If I don't get anything, if I lose the first 5 hands, I might just get out of here.
You have 20. Dealer has 19.
All right. Got one for the good guys here.
You have 17. Dealer bucks.
All right, there we go. Patience, just let the cards come to you. Okay, there we go.
11. Double down.
All right, boom, boom.
21. Dealer bucks.
And just like that, we're ahead of the curve. We're playing with their money. All right.
20. Dealer has 17. Place your bets, please.
All right, let's get it go. I'm going to wait till I lose a hand before I up my bets, which means, okay, insurance is a scam. Everyone knows it. I wasn't doing anything with my 17 anyways. Why would I bother to protect it? So I said I was going to raise my bets if I won. Let's go up to 15 now. Or if I lost a hand. It's weird that losing a hand makes me feel better about doing something.
You bust.
All right.
Place your bets, please.
We'll try that one more time. If not, we're going back down to 10.
You have 13. You have 16. You bust. Dealer bust. Place your bets.
All right, I'm making this clear here right now. If I get down to $50, I'm out of here.
You have 11. Double down. You have 14. Place your bets,
And that could happen very much on one hand. Wow, this is a really rough run of them, huh?
You have 17. Dealer bus.
All right.
Place your bets, please.
Let's keep it as a rally here. Let's do the $120 hand here. I'm probably going to have a double down split hand that gets me out of here. Or
You have 10 and
you keep that 20.
Dealer has 20.
Wow,
Place your
what
bets,
a
please.
dirty, 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 dirty whore this dealer is.
You have 18.
If you were playing the side game on here, okay, there we go. Just like that, we're right back to it. Scale it down to 15. If I was playing this side bet here of taking 21, I'd be having a hell of a day, I'll tell you that much.
You have 20. Dealer has 19.
All right. So quite the roller coaster so far.
You have 12. You have 19. Dealer has 17. Place your bets, please.
All right. Let's get back down to the $10 hands.
You have 13. You have 17. Dealer bus. Place your bets, please.
All right, very, very nice, very nice, very nice.
You have 13. Dealer bus. Place your bets, please.
All right. Here's where we make a move right here. We go with the $20 hand, and this, you know what? I might just get it. Nah, we'll see. Let's see what happens here.
You have 14. Dealer has 17.
Oof.
Place your bets, please.
All right, let's do another 20. If this one loses, we might just say that was it. Let's get the blackjack one time.
You have 6 or 16.
Gotta hit this.
You have 15. Dealer has 20. Place your bets, please.
All right. You know what?
You have 14. You bust. Place your bets, please.
Maybe 75 just became the new 50. This could be the last one. Yep, this is going to be the last one if we don't get this.
You have 16. You bust. Place your bets, please.
This was not the... This was... It was a little wild and reckless there how we did this, but, you know, I gave myself a chance, and just didn't really work out, I guess. So we're just going to cash out $25, but hey, anytime you buy in for 100, you give yourself a chance at trying to get to your goal, and you don't. It is what it is. $25 loser playing blackjack. Had worse things happen to me, that's for sure. But, well, now we'll just go back to, that was NFL money that we won there. I think we're just going to go back into using that for what it is. We had some mixed results this week with my 1 to 6 play, which I'll discuss more. Sorry, I have somebody near me right now. But we're making our way in and out of here. You can get in and out of a casino very quickly. I had a chance to walk away up $40. I probably started upping my bets a little too quickly there. That's why I do this, because I then study the game tape. You know, it's kind of like I used to be a stand-up comedian. If you just go on stage and tell jokes and do a bad job and don't reevaluate it, you're probably going to continue to be a shitty stand-up comedian like I was. As a blackjack player, I definitely probably made some errors there as far as trying to force the action a little too much. But hey, $25 versus 100, I'll take that all day. The NFL, though, yeah, I had a lovely chat. Let's see if my Cardinals fan buddies here, you know, wearing St. Louis Cardinals stuff right now in public is kind of one of the... Have a good one, guys. Wearing St. Louis Cardinals stuff in public is kind of, you know, a shitty thing when you live in the area I live, where it's surrounded by New York Yankee fans. Thoughts on Mickey Mace? No idea who Mickey Mace is, but, you know, if you like and subscribe me, maybe I'll take a look and see all about it and give you some thoughts. I can, once I actually research something, which is a scary thing that I do for some people, that I don't really just form an opinion on something without knowing about it a little bit, I might be able to tell you about that. So, yeah, I noticed that if you follow this channel at all, I've been preaching this angle, which also I had a thing before when people were following me. Uh, I noticed looking at this, it was difficult for me to watch. I had a terrible amount of nasal hair. Had to do some real rough trimming. There was a lot of tears involved. Almost thought about trying to find some place to wax the inside of my nose to see if I could actually maybe thought that might make for a funny video, kind of, ripping off the 40-year-old virgin. But I don't mind being unoriginal, I guess, in that sense, if I'm actually going to put myself through personal anguish, which it's not like I'm doing it unnecessarily. I mean, not having a nose full of nasal hair maybe wouldn't be the worst thing that ever happened to me. But back to the NFL conversation I wanted to have. I've been playing this angle of teams to win by 1 to 6 points. It was very good for a beginning part of the season. We're now, Jesus, me and my brother were talking about this last night. We were almost halfway through the season now, or at 7 weeks. As of last week, we were a third of the way through. We'd have about, I think going as of right now, like 45% of games have finished at 6 or less points. Now, I've been tweaking that strategy a little bit, is that there's certain teams that they're out of the circle of trust. For example, I will never take the Carolina Panthers to win by 1 to 6 points. Just seems like a bad idea. I'll also never take the Tennessee Titans to win by 1 to 6 points. Probably need to add the LA Raiders, although the LA Raiders actually, the LA Raiders are not going to win by 1 to 6 points. I'm just really starting to throw out the really bad teams. I think the Giants also fall into that one. Yesterday's game with the Eagles, I said, was a really, offline to me. I don't think the Eagles are very good. The Giants are just actually that bad. And it was funny that I was always kind of willing to argue for Daniel Jones just a little bit. And then I was on somebody else's podcast, and he kind of put me on the spot there. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to have this conversation. I'm just going to make myself look stupid. Daniel Jones is actually that bad. So I think that tonight, though, there's some decent 1 to 6 games. I think that the Ravens and the Bucks, I am not going to be shocked if Tampa Bay just wins that game tonight. The Ravens' pass defense is not exactly the greatest, and I do believe that Baker Mayfield and that offense is going to push them to the limits. Now, I'm also thinking that on the other side of things, that the Ravens are very capable of scoring on that one, but I think the back door is open on that one for Tampa, at least on the 1 to 6 angle. But if I'm going to take a team that possibly stay within a score, I feel like that there's a little bit of value in taking them to possibly win the game. I could be wrong on that one. You tell me. So, yeah, the 1 to 6 angle, it's been trending downward, and the reason I feel like I was on to something with that one is that my bookie didn't even offer that option on Thursday night, which I think is a buddy of mine who I work with on this one. We've just decided, I think we're just going to throw the Thursday night football games out, because I don't think any of them have actually been hitting the 1 to 6 number. And really just Thursday night football games are just completely awful in general. We should just kind of give up on that being a thing. Or if we just ignore it, maybe it'll go away. Like that's a big thing with the NFL or just sports in general. The stuff that bothers us, yet we continue to support it, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's actually quite literally the definition of insanity, I guess, repeating the same behavior and expecting different results. So every time you turn on a Thursday night game and complain about how bad it is, all you're really doing is just admitting you're a fucking idiot as far as I'm concerned. I did not want to have to pay for it. I did sign up for the free trial of Amazon Prime. I kind of forgot that I have like a little exchange with my brother on streaming services where I had dropped the ones that I was responsible for, but then added that one back in. So like I'm still able to access the other shit that he uses. Not that I watch any of that. I'm actually in the business, I think, of making stuff, not sup ESPN. I'm not sure if that's a douchebag comment or not, but thank you for flattering me, I guess. If you want to like, subscribe, and share and tell everybody what an awesome guy I am, that's great. And realistically, I mean, some people are just on here to talk shit. As I kind of say of that, I'm in sales. One time a guy said he bought something because he felt bad for me, and my response to him was, it all spends the same, really. Nah, okay, well, appreciate the Skaterade 69. That's a very clever name. I like that you did there. Was probably had to race to that one to get to it, because I'm sure other people, maybe I'm not giving you enough credit on that. Maybe you actually are a little more creative than I thought. We're going to probably wrap this up in just a minute or so, though. But yeah, I guess the last one I have today is that the World Series. I'm really going to start breaking down that matchup on there. Initially, I was leaning to the Yankees. Then I am kind of starting to talk my way into the Dodgers a little bit now. But I haven't actually broken down any of the numbers, which I'm going to do, and I'm probably going to post a video. In fact, one video I'm going to call, I didn't mean to call you a douchebag. I say it as in terms of endearment. But I'm going to have to do something that's a benefit to everybody, because I'm really sick and tired of everybody that thinks they know what happened with the Shohei Ohtani thing. I mean, I was not there. I do not know. I just read a 37-page legal report that kind of told me a lot of stuff that if we believe that that report was fabricated by the Department of Justice, then holy shit, do we have some even bigger problems in this world. So I'm going to probably do a thing where, because most people, it's not abnormal that you would not read a 37-page document like that. And I'm the abnormal one that actually did, because I figured if I was going to have a strong opinion on it, I'd be educated. Most people just believe the initial story and just automatically assume the worst. I think that's more of an indictment on those people than it is on me, but that's just maybe just generous thinking. Who knows? I'm not willing to always admit that I'm right. But I feel like that since some people, I was arguing with the guy on that same show, I was arguing Daniel Jones, or I refused to argue Daniel Jones. I did say, can I listen, can you read the document? And he said, I don't have to. And that's just one of the worst characteristics of people we have going now. I mean, there's plenty of bad things, but reading headlines and not the story, especially when most headlines are for clickbait, seem to be a bit of an issue to me. So I'm going to read that out there, because if you don't have the time to read it, or you don't have the reading ability to read that, I'm being nice. You seem to know a lot about sports, and you can come at me really aggressive. I did not mean to. My apologies to that one. Okay, yeah, okay. So now I'm getting people tell me I do this. You started off, there are plenty of people on here that do comment on shit like that. My apologies if I lost a few of you. Whoops-a-daisies, can't please them all. I'm not trying to win over everybody, just enough people. Judge me by my, it's all about having a decent batting average. Let's just say it that one. So, but I'm going to read out the entire 37-page Shohei Ohtani thing. I'm curious how long that's going to take me. I read fast, I talk fast. But after everybody listens to all of that and they still want to believe that Ohtani and his interpreter, and that was all cover-up and not that the guy was really just playing everybody, then it's to your own. At least you have heard the facts of the case, which most people have not heard the facts of the case. So I'll have my little World Series prediction on there. I got some good episodes in the can. But if you guys want to hate me, then I get it. I'm not exactly always the most likable person. But the people that did stay tuning into here, I appreciate you. And if you want to like, subscribe, share. I might not be doing the Blackjack thing for a little bit, but I think we're going to go with a little bit of a Ravens, or I'm going to go with the Bucks and the Bucks and the Chargers today. Cardinals are awful. And realistically, I don't really look at this as a road game for the Chargers. They're probably going to have just as many fans in Arizona as they do at their own place in L.A. I look at Jim Harbaugh just being an infinitely better coach, and Justin Herbert, even though he's not as great as everyone thought he is, I think he's also going to be an actual better he's a better quarterback than Kyler Murray. So if you're going to give me the better coach and the better quarterback, usually that's not a bad way to bet the NFL, I would say. So I will leave you on that note. Everybody that made it in here, maybe you should look at people in a more positive way. I don't think a majority of people want to be rude to you. I'm sorry, the internet has maybe believed the worst in people, because usually the comment section, it's actually the nature of consumer behavior, is that people are 3 times more likely to say something negative than they are to say something positive. Also, ESPN, while it is considered to be the worldwide leader in sports, their self-gloss title, I absolutely despise that network, so calling me ESPN can be taken as an insult to me. My apologies on that one. It's kind of like when someone tells me I'm a good salesperson. I don't really like that, because most salespeople fucking are shitty human beings. I like to think of myself as a good person who happens to do sales. So I ran this one a little longer than I want to. Let's see if we can go to 20 minutes now, because we still have people in this chat here. Currently edging to this. If you really know Ryan, this is tame. Nick, yes, you do. Yes, Nick, this is Scober, as I call myself. So Nick can actually answer this for all of you. Nick knew me as a raging alcoholic who just pretty much self-sabotage just about anything good he possibly can. Nick, I haven't had a drink in over 2 years. I still got that hair trigger temper. And I actually don't even smoke pot anymore. So this is literally, if I'm an asshole now, I have nothing to blame but myself, which is something I have to live with all the time. I'm not easy. I'm not for everybody, but I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to be for me. I guess I'd rather have my own personal integrity and have my original thoughts, which I don't really, there's not exactly what we call a filter or a process where I actually, especially when I'm recording live, where I'm actually going to think about what I say. It's just going to kind of come out. And once you deal with it, once you say it, you just got to deal with it. So if I pissed off 2 people that never want to listen to me again, guess what? I'm probably going to piss off a lot more people. Where do you think the best sports news comes from? I think it comes from, I have a couple of different sources myself. I'm a big fan of the Coach Trump 2024. I'm not going to disagree with you on that one, bud. That's a great way to piss off people if I really had a stance on that one. Thank you, Skaterade, for accepting my apology. I really do appreciate that. hit me up, send me a Venmo or something like that, or, you know, is that Venmo request? Maybe I'll buy you a cup of coffee or something, or whatever you do with $5. That would be a little pathetic of me, but, you know, I'd like to think that I'll repay it to you because I just have my own little takes here and there. Okay, I got a like. I'm going to tell myself that was Skaterade. Can you sell me a jar of your used bath water? I don't take baths. Baths are disgusting. I would go to a hot tub, but that's a girl. Sugar Tits? Are you the Sugar Tits from the Otani story? Because that was another story I loved, how horribly misreported that one was. Basically, I don't think that you can really trust mainstream media is for the source of this one. I actually like the people who are out on their own right now. Marcellus Wiley is a great source of information. People who worked in the mainstream that are now out on their own, that's lovely. Sugar Tits, if you want, my email address, the Scho-Zone podcast.com. Let's see those fucking fun bags if they actually are that sweet. And that's probably a good note to end it on. This was a wonderful 20-minute stream. Lost $25. No big deal. I've still took the $100 out to lose today because, well, like I said, I had a good week it was really just one big game. My biggest bet of the NFL season so far was the Lions yesterday. I think the Lions are far and away the best team in the NFC. And just when I get ready to go, more and more people join me. What else does anyone want to hear me talk about? I can rant and riff about just about anything. Again, I don't know what the, whatever the hell that person asked me was for. The was it? Mickey Mace? Yeah, I don't know anything about Mickey Mace. If you want to fill me in on that one, I'm sure I can form an opinion quick. All right, we're losing people. I saw that 2107 was actually just a time that was on there. And, yeah, I'm not going to, yeah. So everybody, I'll stay if you want to go an hour. That could be just me on you. Could have spent on Rumplemints. You're still winning, so you're still winning. Oh, dude, that's the whole thing. I mean, that's actually where this whole Blackjack thing started off. I stopped smoking pot, which I used to spend a bunch of money going to the dispensary, and I'm pretty sure that the legal weed that we get in this country is absolutely awful for you because ever since I've cleaned that, I had a really, really tough detoxing period, I would say, but I used to have a lot of real worse impulse controls relating to food, and I'm not sure if that was the munchies as much as just that, you know, I now still attempt to eat the same things. I just don't care to eat as much of them. Like me, someone who fucking loves ice cream, and if you're not from the area that I'm in, Stewart's ice cream is absolutely amazing. I'm at the point I'm actually going to have to eat the half gallon that I have left just because it might go bad, which is like the idea that I never thought that would ever happen. Like that would be like back in the day if I had a 6-pack in my fridge and I'm like, oh shit, this is about to go bad. I have enough energy for both of us. Yeah, I mean, I take a decent care of myself right now, and it's, you know, usually it's a funny thing I've actually had recently. Anything I do that works for me, I've been really, really happy to share with people. And these people who seem to have, you know, wish that they had some things that I have going for me will tell me all the reasons that they're not going to do it. And they kind of almost make up little apologies to me. And I'm kind of like, I think you're talking to yourself, not to me right now. Like, I don't care. Like, you know, like I talked about a diet that I'm on and the rules I follow. And people told me why they can't do it. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, if you want to you say that you want to lose weight, but you aren't willing to make any changes, well, that's probably not the best behavior on there. So I don't really know what to have for you. Where am I at now? Nick, I'm back in the Albany, New York regions. Where am I? I'm not back in the incomplete hometown, which I'll just say is the home of Uncle Sam. And if you want to look up the home of Uncle Sam, you can tell where I'm originally from. But I'm in the 518 area code. Right now, I'm standing at Rivers Casino in Schenectady. It's a frequent spot I go. So also, people would say it's dumb to give my locations out. I never have more than $100 on me. So if you want to really, you know, if you're going to attack me over it, I'll probably just give it to you, to be honest with you, which is probably the dumbest thing I ever said. But maybe I'm bluffing. Who knows? I'll end on that note. Have a good one, everybody.